Between Resident Evil 4 Remake with its upcoming DLC, Street Fighter 6 being the biggest fighting game release of the year, and one of the biggest releases in general for 2023, not to mention Monster Hunter stuff constantly rolling in, Capcom is aiming to have a massive year for the company, and to add to all of that, this summer, July 7th, they're releasing a Resident Evil movie called Death Island, which will be canon with the current CGI movie storylines and Resident Evil games. And a major bonus, it will be the first CGI film in the series to feature Jill Valentine front and center, again finally. Many fans have been excited to see that, and me as well, especially with how much of a focus it seems to be taking with her inclusion. She has lots of great action scenes to look forward to, not to mention an Avengers-style meetup of your favorite characters in the series. It's gonna be so cheesy, I cannot wait for it. Just look at this slow motion group action scene. I'll never not laugh at Claire and Rebecca right here. That shit is just too funny. Now, after hearing all of this, would it also surprise you guys to learn that Capcom is going to be releasing a manga series of the Death Island movie? No, seriously, a serial adaptation is on the way, with the first volume releasing as early as this Friday, May 19th. Actually, yeah, like 2 days from now when you're seeing this. Which makes me wonder, and comment below if you guys know, but is it common for them to release stuff like this months before a movie drops? Because I feel like, spoilers aside, it's not like the story is going to be amazing by any means, but it's just interesting to see them doing that. I'll be linking below the website as to where you guys can find this manga when it finally releases, at comicwalker.com. This is all official stuff tweeted by the Resident Evil Death Island Japanese Twitter. For all the latest on your favorite games, Resident Evil included, with exclusive footage of Final Fantasy 16 on the way, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay in the loop. Only 12% of you guys who watch and love the videos are currently subbed. Let's raise that even higher. Now, with that being said, let's get into the video. Death Island, the Resident Evil movie, is a sequel to the previous CGI movie, Resident Evil Vendetta, which came out in 2017. The new movie seems to be aiming for a lot of fan service and just overall be a fun movie to enjoy. The timeline takes place in 2015, which is 2 years after the events of Resident Evil 6 and 2 years before the events of Resident Evil 7. A lot of fans are anxious to know about what the explanation for Jill's appearance might be, and she looks exactly like she did in Resident Evil 3 Remake. But in all honesty, I don't think it'll be that elaborate. More than likely, they probably just like the new look of Resident Evil 3 Jill and opted to stick with it for the sake of consistency, since it's the most recent design of her. Maybe throwing in some plot points of virus carriers never aging could be a possibility. I will admit, it's kind of strange that she's wearing the same clothes from the 90s, but what do you guys think? What I'm most excited for with this movie are seeing little hints or inclusions as to what we can expect for future game releases. I don't think it will directly lay out the plot points for future games, but it would be cool to sort of get a little bit of an Easter egg thrown in there, which could be relating to it or not. So I'll be keeping my eyes peeled as to what details might exist in there. And of course, obviously, overanalyzing things. The manga itself has a really dope art style, and I wonder if it will cover the entire plot point scene for the movie. Shoutouts to Detective Resident Evil on Twitter. They were able to point out that this scene in the trailer is actually being represented in the manga panel that they posted on the official Twitter page. So it seems like that might be the case, but it's gonna be really cool to finally take a look at what the scenes will look like in the manga version and then translated into the film version. Obviously, manga is gonna have a very cool stylistic approach, whereas the film is gonna be more action heavy and probably lots of jump cuts. The first volume releases this Friday, but there are no updates as to how long this series will be and when we can expect volume 2 or even 3. With less than 2 months left until the movie releases, I can totally see this being a 2 to 3 volume release as the dates get closer and the movie eventually drops. And not only this, but if the rumors and alleged leaks are to be true about Resident Evil 9, we could be getting an announcement and reveal for that this year towards the fall time, which adds another heavy hitter to the Capcom list. 2023 is a big year for them, and they're primed and ready for a big future. We covered this in full detail in a previous video talking about the Resident Evil 9 rumors and leaks, so feel free to check that out on the top right of the screen or the pinned comments. Fans are in for a good one this year, and I'm beyond excited to see what other kinds of goodies are we expected to get. What do you guys think about all this? Comment below and let's get a discussion going. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe if you are new. More Resident Evil videos are on the way and you will not want to miss them. My name is BltzZ and thanks for watching.